Charles Taylor, in his book, A Secular Age, makes the point that unlike in the pre-modern period where the default was belief in God, and it was almost impossible not to believe, we moderns live in a world where it is possible and widely considered intellectually responsible not to believe in God. There's been a shift from unquestioned faith to questionable faith. And I would add that our postmodern, post-Christian era has brought a kind of malaise in which atheism or agnosticism is the default position or assumption, and the default question may be, why does it matter? I don't mean to go into all the details of the history of how this shift happened, but simply to say that we live in a very different time that separates the natural from the supernatural and dismisses the latter, or at least shoves it off to its own little corner. Never the twain shall meet. Well, I think the question about God does matter and is of ultimate importance. Is there a God? How can we know that God really exists? Do these feel like intimidating questions to you? These are tough questions about God, and perhaps sometimes directed to God. But people have been asking God tough questions for a long time. Sometimes we intimidate ourselves into thinking that God frowns on tough questions, but He welcomes honest inquiry from honest searchers. So, on the existence of God, why do you believe in God? What evidence do you appeal to if someone were to ask you that? What has influenced you to believe in God? What are some arguments that you have heard to argue in favor of God's existence? And what do you think about these? Do they work? Why or why not? Great video, right? So you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and share. And if you want to see the rest of this video, head over to christian-studies.org, click on Video Courses, and then check out our entire video collection. And then subscribe for you or for your church to get access to all of our premium content.